Hello, my name is Kate Iffy Chukwu. I'm the author of A Week of Tortoise Tales. I'm actually excited today to be talking about this book, A Week of Tortoise Tales, because I received a couple of emails asking me questions, what inspired me and all that. And I decided to put it in a little video just to inspire or help someone out there. And if it does inspire someone, that's beautiful. So enjoy the show. Okay, what inspired me? My love for storytelling. I love storytelling. I used to tell my kids lots of stories when they were younger, even now. And all these stories were as a result of the stories I heard as a child. Now, growing up as a child, I grew up in Nigeria. I used to watch this program on Nigerian television called Tales by Moonlight. And I was inspired by the stories. I loved the characters. I loved the way the stories were told. And I grew up remembering all the stories. So when I had kids and I started telling them these stories, I was fascinated at how much I could remember. So one day, it was time for story and I was busy in the kitchen as usual. And my kids, oh, it's time for story, you know, if I can tell them the stories. And I was like, why don't you get a book and read? That just made me think, these stories I know, these stories I tell them, why don't you put it in writing? Why don't you write it in a book? And that's when the dream was born. But of course, you know, writing and publishing are two different ball games. So that was what sort of inspired me and led me to having this book. My main character is the tortoise. Tortoise in traditional tales or folk tales is known as a trickster animal. So I decided to use this main character because I've grown up knowing about the tortoise. And Tortoise is a character children love because he's tricky, he's clever, he's smart, he's very silly, he could be foolish. He's just sort of an all-rounder really. So I just chose him as my main character because I knew children would easily relate to the tortoise. The contents of the book. On Monday, we've got flying lessons. Tuesday, sizzling stew. Wednesday, hot competition. Thursday, common sense. Friday, silly princesses. Saturday, the magic tree. And Sunday, the sticky thief. So these are 7 interesting stories. It took me about 7 months to write and get the stories in order and, you know, go back and forth to the editor. Then it took another 7 months or so to publish. So altogether, about sort of a year and some months to have this book as it is. I'm excited about it. Usually writing takes a very long time. I'm a mom, so it's even taking me longer, but I'm getting there. I can't even draw. I can only draw an orange. So I got the publishers to look for an illustrator for me. I like to write about what fascinates me. I like to write about what grabs me emotionally. I love stories of love, stories of fear, stories of jealousy, envy, you know, and because I read a lot of children's books, so I love to apply what fascinates me into what I write, you know. So yeah, that's why I'm sort of not really stuck in this genre. I just love children's books, and I love to transfer what I love to read into what I love to write. Writing is not easy. For me, it's not easy. But having the stories in my head is the easiest part of it. Writing is not easy because sometimes you write and you're not really satisfied with what you've written. You go back and you write and you're not really sure. And then a lot of time is being wasted. So I've got the stories up here. That's the easiest part of it. Expressing it in writing, it's another game. Well, advice to aspiring writers: read, then write, and write, and write, and don't give up, no matter what. Even if you forget, come back again and keep writing. With God, all things are possible. Okay, readers can discover about me and my work on my website, www.kateiffy.com. I'm also on Facebook, on Twitter, on Goodreads, on Amazon. A Week of Tortoise Tales is available on Amazon or any online bookshop and in CreateSpace as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please send me an email. If you like this video, just tell me you like it. All right, take care. Have a fantastic week. God bless. Bye-bye.